as a Leo, I take out my motivation side.
People are genuine, people are nice, people are friendly, but it's a little bit boring.
I used to go to a musician institute, so I used to take the metro. They stole my PC, my phone,
No way.
my bag. I noticed that people are very jealous here. You don't really need to have all that negative energy in your heart and in your mind, because at the end, if someone wants to cheat on you, he's gonna cheat everywhere.
If I'm dating a girl and she is a little bit jealous, not crazy jealous, but a little bit jealous, it is like an attractive to me, because it means that she likes me.
Just one guy cheated on me, but it was Scorpio.
Scorpio, you know how it is.
I don't really see the bad things of people. I always see the good things. If you're not fit, I'm gonna let you fit. Women can do things by themselves.
A lot of people will watch, 3 TikTok videos, and they want to have this boss personality.
But the interesting thing about humanity is that both men and women, we are both of everything. I love boys that are taller than me because I wear high heels.
Welcome to Unattainable. Glad to have you with us. I'm your host, Zach Evans. And first of all, thank you to all of our listeners. We've been getting a ton of growth over the last couple of weeks, and we have to thank all of you out there for that. Today, we got a special guest on the show. This is Afro Goldie.
Hello.
Afro Goldie, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself to the audience, your name, what you do, and your star sign.
Thank you, Zach. So, hello, my name is Afro Goldie. I come from Italy. My star, Zodiac.
Yeah.
My zodiac sign is Leo.
And what you do?
I'm a singer-songwriter, so I'm an artist. I do pop, R&B, and Afrobeats.
Interesting.
Yes.
So, Leo, that's the toxic sign, yeah?
It's not. It's the best sign of the horoscope.
It's I've had 2 relationships with Leos in the past.
What sign are you?
I'm the best one, proven by science. Pisces.
Pisces. Okay. I don't have a lot of friends that are Pisces.
So Pisces
actually.
are typically very intelligent, smart, funny, attractive, good-looking, smart, funny, and intelligent. Yeah.
Sensitive, crazy.
I used to be toxic back in my villain era.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm a recovering fuckboy. Yeah.
Okay.
So now I'm very shy and romantic, but back in my day, yeah.
No, well, Leo, I don't think. It depends. I think that it depends a lot from the rising signs and all the things. But although Leo, yes, probably we are we have a lot of character, so we're very proud. Sometimes,
passionate.
Yes, we are passionate for sure. Water, fire.
Fire, Leo's fire, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Does that help you write songs? Have you had tumultuous relationships in your past that help you songwrite?
Actually, I sing more about motivation, that love songs. I sing sometimes, especially with the Afrobeats, that is more, it's more love stories, it's more positive attitude. But as a Leo, I take out my motivation side.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. Interesting. Where does most of your inspiration come from?
Well, I sing since I was 9 years old, and I was born in Cameroon, so in Africa.
Okay.
And I was always in an environment with music. Mm-hmm. What inspires me, I grew up with R&B artists, so it was natural.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's like, they asked me this one time, and it's like more a drive, It's not really something that I want to do, but it's something that I have to do.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. And then how long ago did you move to Los Angeles?
2 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how are you enjoying the cesspool that is Los Angeles so far?
So they always say that the first year is the worst, and it was.
Same with me.
Where are you from?
Wisconsin.
Wisconsin.
Up north by Canada. Snowing, cold, freezing.
I love Canada.
Yeah, we're the best.
Yeah, that is true. This is true.
Wisconsin is a very, people are genuine, people are nice, people are friendly, but it's a little bit boring. It's a little bit like there's
no excess.
Excitement and just people just, oh, what did my dad do? He worked at the factory. Okay, I'm going to work at the same factory as my dad did. So I'm 60 and then retire and hope to God there's Social Security still.
Still now in these years?
Yeah, I mean, maybe less so, but yeah.
Okay. I think it's similar to Italy as well.
Okay.
Yeah. But I mean, after the first year where everything was a
what happened
shock.
the first year?
Oh my gosh, they stole my life.
In what way?
I used to go to a musician institute, so I used to take the metro.
The metro?
The metro.
The metro, yeah.
The
like
metro.
The bus, yeah.
Yes, exactly. So, like in Europe, it's normal. You take metro everywhere. It's safe.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yeah, let's go to the metro. And then I discovered the sketchy things of Los Angeles. They stole my PC, my phone,
no way.
my bag.
Damn.
And then I learned. It was a great lesson. Like, it makes you grow faster in certain ways. It makes you open your eyes, be more aware of what you have on your in the world where you're living here. Yeah.
And was your dating life when you first moved to LA a similar culture shock?
Your
Dating life.
Dating life?
Yeah. The guys in LA, did that surprise you as well?
So it's very different from Europe here. I noticed that people are very jealous here.
Yeah, that's
very true. Jealous, very possessive, and it's not a thing in Europe. Like, you can have male friends, girlfriends, doesn't matter. Of course, you can cheat on a person that you are dating everywhere, right? So you don't really need to be jealous. You don't really need to have all that negative energy in your heart and in your mind, because at the end, if someone wants to cheat on you, he's gonna cheat everywhere. So we are more like, we let people live their life, and we trust, and we kind of select who we are with. And here is like crazy. Like, people, even if you look someone, they starting. So one time it's happened that I date this singer-songwriter. And actually singer-songwriter of Rihanna.
Of what?
Of Rihanna.
Rihanna? What's that?
Rihanna.
Oh, Rihanna.
Yeah. And he wrote my favorite song of Rihanna. And I met him on Instagram, actually. And we had a date together, and we were sitting at the bar. And we were just talking, me and him. And there was a girl that recognized him behind me. So she started like, hey, hi, I know you. How are you? What you're doing? And I just let them talk, you know.
They were like they were friends, or like someone no. Oh, he's a celebrity. She recognized him.
Yeah,
like that.
He's a celebrity. Yeah, so she just recognized him.
I see.
And well, they start talking, and then at the end they finish. I was super chill, and he turned to me and he was like, "You don't have to do this. If I'm your man, you should tell something to that girl."
Oh, on the first date.
On the first date.
Seems like a little much. Seems like a little much.
And I was like, the fuck? No, I will not do that. I mean, it's not my business or problem. It's not a problem if someone stops you and just asking you a question.
I do understand the draw of, like, if I'm dating a girl and she is a little bit jealous, not crazy jealous, but a little bit jealous, it is like an attractive to me.
Really?
Because it means that she likes me.
Okay.
You know. But on a first date, it seems like a lot.
A little bit too much.
Because if anything, you would think, okay, let's say you acted all jealous on the first date. If a girl acted jealous on the first date with me, I would be like, yo, we're not even dating yet.
Yes,
like,
exactly.
We're not even in a relationship. Why are you mad that I have a friend come talk to me or whatever?
Exactly. But still, I mean, you are a public person. So it's normal that people will stop you all the time, or a girl's gonna try with you. What if you are Justin Bieber and every freaking girl is with you? Yeah, what you gonna do? You're gonna die? You gonna kill all these girls? No, you just have You just have to trust the person that you are with, and that's it.
It's a very,
from my opinion,
they're a very warm-hearted attitude to have. You seem like a sweetheart type of person.
I am. I'm a Leo from June, so I'm not a Leo from August.
You might be a fake Leo. You might be a...
I'm a sweetheart. Else. No, I'm a sweetheart for sure.
Does that ever lead you to get in relationships with guys who are maybe taking advantage of that?
As I know, just one guy cheated on me, but it was a Scorpio.
Typical Scorpio. You know how it is.
He was a Scorpio, and I don't know. I was a little, naive because I see the world as I am. So, like, I don't really see the bad things of people. I always see the good thing of people. So I will never expect that he will cheat. But he was jealous. It was insecurity. If someone cheats on you, I think it's insecurity. He can handle something. So to feel more safe, or to say just, okay, I cheat first. No? Yeah. Yeah.
LA is a very competitive environment because there is so much, the modeling industry, the music industry, the acting industry. So everybody's constantly competing for the role or the spot. And I think that bleeds over to people's attitude on dating. And because of that, it's this very competitive environment where guys are always trying to have multiple girls around. So like, oh, if she goes with this guy and I don't feel like a loser because I still have this other girl around too. It's kind of that vibe a lot of times in LA.
Yeah, you don't want to feel heartbreak.
Yeah. Heartbroken.
You don't want to feel that. So I understand that is a way to keep your heart safe, because if someone cheat on you, you have another one. So like, whatever, okay, he cheated on me, but I have another one. But it became an attitude. It became something that became yours. So what when you're going to have a family and I don't know, and you have to control yourself. How you going to do that if all your life you're just, okay, whatever. Instead of like really work on the relationship. If you want to have fun, it's okay. It's totally fine.
Just be honest about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Honesty.
Honesty is the best policy. Do you typically find yourself going more for the nice guys or the kind of like edgy? Do you know what fuckboy?
Like older?
Do you know what fuckboy means?
Absolutely. Like my Scorpion.
Okay, so
Scorpio guy opened my eyes to that.
So this Scorpio guy, I've always wondered this. So when you meet a fuckboy and you start dating him, right? In the back of your mind, you kind of know that he's a fuckboy, but he's just attractive and edgy and dangerous, and it's fun? Or do you think he's a nice sweet boy and then you find out later he tricked you and actually he was a fuckboy all along?
Well, so I had this relationship with this Scorpio when I was 17. So really, he really broke my heart. So like after him, I have a radar for fuckboys. You can read it. I can read it, yes. So
I think it's pretty easy to read.
You have the signals in the beginning. I think you have little signals that let you see that actually he's a fuckboy. Are you a fuckboy?
I'm a recovering fuckboy. I used to be a fuckboy. Yeah.
Okay.
Now I'm very shy and more romantic. But back in my villain era, yeah. But I was a professional fuckboy back in the day.
So nobody, like...
Not like these, these amateur Gen Z fuckboys nowadays with their little bird scooters and they have a bed that touches 2 walls, Do you not know what a nightstand is? Like, I don't know how girls fall for these guys nowadays.
Maybe they are just cute.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But they're very, it's interesting because the pretty boy look is in right now. They're very like dainty and skinny. And like little hair and you know what I mean? The earring.
Oh, at what age?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, the girls I typically date are kind of like 22 to 26 range. So for a lot of those girls are younger. We call it hot guy phase. Most girls go through a phase where they date the young hot guy. And then they kind of get over that. They get bored of that. And then they date usually older or somebody who's more established. Go more for like ambition, confidence, success, intelligence, things like that.
But it's also a little bit, it's the same with girls. Like a lot of guys go with pretty girls.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not just because you're pretty. Sometimes you're just pretty boy, girls. Sometimes you're pretty, but you need something else to feel completely involved in the thing. So you can't just be cute.
What's your type?
My type?
Let's go first in terms of looks, physical attraction is.
I love boys that are taller than me because I wear high heels all the time.
And you're pretty tall. How tall are you?
So I need a boy that is taller than me for sure. And I love intelligent boys. Like, is a turn on for me. Like, I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, so good math. Wow. Like, yeah, I'm like, yes, if a guy is intelligent, I love it. Because I can learn. I love people from where I can learn something. So if you can learn me how to communicate better, how to, I don't know, a lot of things.
I don't believe you for
really?
The intelligent part.
Really?
Because girls always say this, oh, I want an intelligent guy. All my friends that are the most intelligent, they're computer programmers, or they're like really nerdy, or like they're scientists or whatever, get no girls.
Really?
And then all the guys who are like, well, he's not really that smart. Boom, getting all the girls. I'm like, you guys say this, but I don't know if I believe you.
I mean, yes. I date a lot. I was a model in Italy. I used to work in the fashion industry, so I was all the time with beautiful guys, you know, in the environment. But it's like, because they are cute, because they are pretty, they just wait that the girl do everything, right? Because they already, okay, I'm cool. So the girl have just to come to me and do what I want, right? So it's like, for me, it's boring. Like, I love people with who I can talk, I can laugh, I can be myself. And sometimes with those type of people, no, you're more backseat. You're more, oh my gosh, if I do that, maybe I will not like him. You know what I mean? Yeah. So...
I mean, I believe that you go for personality more than looks, because I think a lot of girls do. I just don't know if intelligence is... Okay, last 3 guys you dated, what did they do for work?
So the last guy, he's account seller. He was an account seller.
Okay.
He's an account seller. So like he
that could be intelligent.
Yeah, he sell to big companies alcohol or whatever they need. The first, before, he was imprenditore, how you tell that in English? Businessman.
Oh, okay.
So he has his own company of kiwi.
Okay.
And the one before, I was single for a while. I don't even remember.
Okay, so you kind of do go for maybe.
Well, but yeah, probably he was a rapper, so.
Okay, yeah. Then maybe not. We'll throw that one out the window. Unless they're like a smart rapper, like.
I mean, he was a kind of a poet. So.
Okay, yeah, close enough.
Yeah.
Close enough. Yeah, the height thing is interesting. So the first fashion model I dated was 5'11", so 3 inches shorter than me, but with heels like almost the same height. And she told me she used to date like only basketball players, like NBA players, stuff like that, because they were so tall.
Yeah.
And she's like, Zach, I got fucked over so many times by these guys. The next guy she dated was this like 5'8" short king, right? And I was like, what happened to him? She's like, yeah, like after like the third date, apparently she had a couple glasses of wine, and he comes over and she opens the door and she gives him a hug, and then she picks him up and spins him around. She's like, Zach, I watched his little legs flail out to the side, and she was like, Zach, in that moment, I couldn't do it anymore.
No way. No, it's a little bit too much.
Yeah. So I get it. I get the height thing. I think it makes sense.
Yes, like physically, I think it's the only thing that I watch. Because if you're not fit, I'm gonna let you fit. Like if you're not in fit. If you're not
fit, then you're gonna let them fit.
Yeah, I'm gonna take them to the gym.
Oh, I see. That was confusing. Do you work out?
Yes.
Yoga doesn't count.
Yoga, no stretching.
Stretching?
Yeah. Is fitness?
No.
No? Okay.
I mean, girls count it. You don't lift weights? Do any something like that? Running?
No, my only sport, like I've been a very sportive person in my life. When I was younger, I played tennis for 8 years. Then I love basketball. What else? When I was little, I ran the triathlon. I don't know if you have it here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was very sportive. So all my life, I live with rendita, like what I did before. He helps me all my life.
Okay.
Yeah. So basically, and I'm a foodie girl, so I really love to eat. So, but when I was modeling, I had to be in shape, so I was working out, but not crazy things, like just a little bit of walking, stretching,
chill.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But if you are a guy, I'm gonna let you run on the tapis roulant on the thing. You tapis roulant? You call it like that?
Treadmill?
The tapis roulant?
I don't know. Running?
Yeah, but
running.
on the thing that is...
Yeah, treadmill, it's called.
Okay.
Treadmill.
Treadmill.
Where you're running, it's the machine, and then you're not moving, you're just running like this.
Exactly.
Yeah, treadmill.
A little bit of...
Weights.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Makes sense.
I'm gonna make you stretch, even if you don't want to.
Are you typically more dominant in relationships?
No.
So you come off like you could be.
But I don't like it. Like, I can be, but I like more be chill. I love when the man, he's taking his position and he make me feel like a princess.
I see.
Yeah.
So you like traditional roles in relationships? The traditional masculine, feminine roles?
Yes.
Okay.
But in the bed, we can do both. Like, sometimes
you like taking control in the bed.
Sometimes me, sometimes you.
You like tying your guy up? Putting some handcuffs on him?
Maybe.
Making him call you mommy?
No, not that. Maybe I call him daddy.
Yeah. That's sexy.
But it can be what she said. But I prefer when the guy take like the role, the main role. But it's fun when it's sometimes also the girl. It's just change, no? Otherwise it's boring.
Yeah.
But
I pretty much always like the masculine role.
Okay.
In all aspects of my relationships. But I was also raised with a very old school father who was taught me chivalry. You know, if we're going on a date, I'm paying for it. And none of the splitsies that girls are doing nowadays. It just feels weird to me. I don't know.
Really?
Yeah.
I understand.
Why do you prefer to pay on a date?
No. When I was little, yes. Because, my dad always treat my mother as a princess, and then they get divorced, but they are still friends. But I never understand this thing that the man has to provide all the time, because women can do things by themselves. No, when I was little, so I always hated it. To see this between my mom and my dad, and I was like, they are separated. Why he's still helping her? Why there's this dynamic? And so I was always the girl that liked to split. I remember I had this boyfriend. He was broke, so I used to pay the gas for him sometimes. And it was cool. It wasn't something that I didn't like to do. But when I start to grow up, and I entered in certain dynamic of relationship, I understand that there's a role between the man and the woman, And it has to be like that, because he brings, woman is more water, man is more fire. And it's also in the nature, even the birds like provide for their, and they do everything for her. And it's natural, and it's something that works better the relationship, in my opinion. Then there are people that prefer to split 50-50, and they are okay with that. It's okay. But I feel that is now that I'm into I let the man provide, I feel better with myself, because we have a lot, and it's nice when someone can take care of you and help you,
Yeah, I think now in society, everybody's being pushed the opposite way, ironically. Or if you watch like any movie nowadays, like teenage movie and high school movie, there's always the very masculine guy, right?
Football player.
Okay. But he's always like the asshole in the movie. Like he always is like a bully. He pushes the wheelchair kid down the stairs. He's an asshole, right? And then there's the little simp guy with his little helmet, and he rides his scooter to class, and he's all emotional and sensitive. And of course, at the end of the movie, the girl breaks up with the football player and starts dating the little nerd guy, right? And so everything is pushing guys to be more emotional and sensitive and in their feelings all the time. And then on the flip side, girls are being pushed. Beyonce, be a strong, independent woman. I'm like, that's great if you're that personality type. But some people are happy being in the more feminine role. Yes. But they think now that they should be in this dominant role. So now they're in this weird middle area where they don't really fit into either role, and then they have a lot of trouble with relationships.
Well, yes, I totally agree with what you are saying.
Yeah, I think it's the problem too is a lot of people will watch 3 TikTok videos, and they want to have this boss personality because they see it on TikTok. And so everybody wants this boss personality, but they don't want the boss responsibility. And they don't want to have to work 16-hour days, and they don't want to have to, it's 3 a.m. and something goes wrong. Well, I'm the boss, so I need to fix it. And so they want to have one without the other. And it's like, it doesn't work like that.
No, you have to boss it.
You got to boss it.
Yeah, you have to boss it if you want to get where you want. And if you are a boss, it's because you make things happen. Like, you can just say it.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
And also what you say about the women that are pushed more to be more like masculine, in a masculine side, like boss bitch, I think it's a little bit misunderstood also, because I think that more what they want to say, like Beyonce, for example, is more that sometimes women doesn't have...
Okay.
Like Beyonce, she said like this, but it's more because in the past, for real women, just what a woman has to say didn't matter. Or till now in the African, countries somewhere, there literally men that sit in the house like kings, and woman goes like for kilometers, they walk to go just to take the water for their men. And you're like, you have to help me. It's not because you are a man and I'm a woman I have to do everything for you, because you are the boss of the family, right? So it's like, I think it's more like, hey, wake up, because you are worthy as a man. Like, we are the same. We have the same value, no? So it's not because you are a man. Yes, maybe a man can have more power and a woman can have less in certain ways, but it's like more wake up, because you have to speak up for yourself. You don't have to let a man just step on you. So I don't think it's for the woman that are already conscious about that, but I think is speaking more to wake up women that don't know, because maybe in this modern society we know, but there's a lot of countries where literally they live in their box and they don't know what happened outside the world. Like for me coming here in USA, it was a cultural shock, right? Because even if Europe is very open, like here is more open, and it opened my eyes. But if you don't come here, you will never realize it. You will never know.
Yeah, it's interesting. I think what happens in society is there's some kind of movement, like the feminist movement, for example. And at first it's very, like, we needed it. It was like, yeah, there's like a lot of fucked up shit. It's like, women can't vote. It's like, yeah, that's pretty fucked up. Or like, there's a lot of stuff that doesn't make sense. And then like we make all this progress, but then most of the movements then end up taking it kind of too far.
Yeah.
And I get it. I think it's a natural consequence of, hey, we've been oppressed for so long, or we've been treated as second-class citizens for so long. All right, now we got what we wanted. We're going to take a little bit more now. That's how I feel it's kind of going a little bit.
Yeah, but then you can't complain if a man act like a first woman. I don't know if you have this way of saying. Prima donna.
Prima donna, yeah.
Prima donna. Sì. Yeah. So then you can complain if men feel like a little bit insecure because you're too much aggressive. Like, whoa.
Well, here's my thing. Yeah. I believe in balance in relationships, right? So I prefer personally a relationship where I take the masculine role and then the girl takes the feminine role, and it's balance. I do a lot of the work. I'm paying for things, right? But then she takes a feminine role. She's very caring and emotionally supportive and all these other things, right? What bothers me is when a girl wants to not be feminine and wants to be, I'm a boss, like all this kind of stuff, but then she's not splitting the bill. It's like, okay, don't try to have this attitude of I'm a boss and like be masculine, but then, okay, well then take the masculine role and find a little simp guy who can take the feminine role, you know?
Yeah. But still, you can be a boss girl and still you want that your man pay the bill.
But then what are you bringing to the table?
Me?
Yeah. I'm not saying you personally, but if there's a girl, okay, I'm the boss, the man pays the bill, so what is the woman doing then?
So if the woman, he's a boss, probably, because I made a song that is called I'm a Boss Bitch. No, Bad Bitch.
Perfect.
Yeah, Bad Bitch. Not boss. I never mentioned boss. But it's more like, and I love when men pay for me, right? We go at the restaurant, he pays for me. As a boss, because it's the intention of the song, even if I don't say it. But it's more like, okay, I don't need to go with men to get what I want. I don't need to sell myself to get what I want. I'm a hustler. Like I'm gonna work hard and I'm gonna make my step, and I don't need to give my little girl honey to someone to get there. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people do that. It's very easy, like whatever. Yeah, I can have all the doors open for me, right? But why? No, I want to get there with my integrity. And it's kind of hard because I could get things more easier. That's why I can, because a lot of people do like that. But so my mentality, I feel that is stronger because I don't fall down, you know, I'm strong mentally. So maybe it's like more, I'm a boss because I'm actually like, I'm gonna do the work done with my energy, myself, my personality. I don't need to do side things, you know.
And you're also, at least in the song, making your own money and working hard and everything, yeah? Because then that's fine, because then it's still balanced. Because if you're both making money, okay, both of you can be the boss, cool. But I feel like girls are going to hear that song and be like, yeah, I'm a bad bitch. And then be like, hey, babe, can you, like, pay for this? Like, I thought you were a bad bitch. If you're a bad bitch, fucking pay for it. What do you mean? I thought you got money. You got money? Okay, let's go. Split the check. Like, pick a side.
Yeah, but come on, you guys are happy when you pay for us. Even
Yes and no. Okay, so like one relationship I had like in the last couple of years, the girl at first was very sweet and had this like very feminine attitude, right? I would take her on nice dates, right? We went on a trip. I took her on the trip, paid for everything, right? And then after a while, she started getting used to everything, right? And she started getting entitled to it. And then she started acting kind of bratty and kind of like, oh, why are we going to this place? I want to go to this place. And it's kind of like, then instead of feeling like good about spending money, like it made me feel used. And I love, like, if there's a girl who's sweet and caring, like, I'm not the type that'll buy like a purse for her or something like that. Like, I'm not. But like, I will pay for experiences. I'll take her to nice dinners. We'll go on a trip together, like that kind of thing, you know.
That is very nice. Yeah, no, if she don't appreciate what you do, just ciao.
That's what I did. It is what it is.
I mean, no. If you do, if she's not, if she doesn't appreciate that, like, why do that? Again.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm like, a lot of these girls, they want to be like the boss bitch and like, no, let's go here, let's do this. I'm like, okay, well, are you gonna pay for it or not? If I'm paying for it, cool, but then I'm the boss. Like, you know, it's like you can't have it both ways.
Yeah, but the interesting thing about humanity is that both men and women, we are both of everything. Like, for sure, you have a feminine part in yourself that you share or you don't share. And for sure, I have a masculine part that I share or I don't share. Usually, my masculine part came out when I'm working. So when I'm bossing, like me and myself and my song, like 12 hours on my PC working, like I didn't even check the clock because, so this is more a man thing, right? Like working, hustling, like, or also with my girls, with my girlfriends. Sometimes we do, when we are together, like sleepover club, you know, together. You can't imagine what happened in girls when we are alone.
Oh, I can imagine.
Because we have also that we can share.
Pillow fights, right?
Also, yeah. And the same as you guys, for sure, have a very sensitive part. Maybe you cry, maybe you are insecure. I mean, it's normal. We are humans. We are all humans, and it's depend of in which society you grow up, because it's also different from society to society, and how you grew up and what you saw on the TV and what they teach you at school. I don't know.
Interesting.
Titi.
So let's talk more about your music stuff. What are some of your goals going forward for your music career?
I want to become an international artist, singer. I want to be known and all over the world, and this is my goal.
So you want to be famous?
I mean, it would be nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you want fame? I find there's two reasons people want fame. Number one, they like the admiration they get from people. And number two is
revenge.
Interesting. We're gonna get back to revenge, because I was gonna say number two is usually they want the satisfaction of just knowing that I did it and I got there.
Okay.
But apparently revenge is the reason.
I mean, what I want to say is,
who are you getting revenge on?
I mean, sometimes people don't believe in you. So like when you get there, you're like, fuck you. See that?
You're like, watch this, bitch.
Exactly.
I'm at the top now, bitch.
Exactly.
I see.
And also, if you're famous, I mean, there's a song of this Italian rapper. He said, I'd rather be rich than famous, because sometimes you can be famous and you can be poor.
Yeah, I have a story about that.
So
I back during COVID, when, remember, everybody was blowing up on TikTok. Everybody, like, you post like 3 videos, you get like all these followers and views. So I started dating this girl, and she has 1 million+ TikTok followers. And on her story, it's Tulum, private jet, yacht, all these things, right?
Mm-hmm.
And every time I hung out, she'd always come to my place, right? And she lived like deep in the valley, and I'm like, yeah, I can come to your place sometimes. You don't have to drive all the way down. She was like, no, it's okay. I'll come to your place. I was like, So one day I finally go to her house. Mm-hmm. And have you been to the valley much?
Yeah.
So
I've been once.
Okay, the valley is like, have you seen the movie The Lion King?
Lion King, yes, of course.
You know when Simba and Mufasa are up on Pride Rock, and he's like, Simba.
Yeah.
He's like, anything the light touches is your kingdom.
Yes.
And then he's like, see those dark, shadowy areas? Never go there. There's crackhead hyenas. It's dangerous. That's how the valley is, and she was like in the shadowy areas of the valley,
my
like
God.
the sketchy areas.
I had a crazy experience when I went to the valley for the first time.
What happened?
I was invited to an after party, and in Italy, after party is actual after party. So all the people from the party goes to the house and their alcohol, drinks, and everything. Yeah. And I finished in this house where there were all like, I don't know, East Europe, so like Russian, or I don't know, like, people from East Europe, and no alcohol, just sitting there. They were smoking cigarettes, and I was like, what the fuck, where I am? Where is this place? Then they were super chill. Then they bring like whiskey or something, but I left because it wasn't really my vibe. But it was funny because I was expecting something completely different. After
parties are so hit or miss in LA. Like, yeah, sometimes it's like this big rager, and sometimes it's like 3 dudes and like a box of pizza and like some Coke, and you're just like, is this the after party? Am I in the right address? And they're like, yeah, come in. I'm like, maybe I'll just go home, fucking party in my dreams.
Yes. Okay, yeah, so this girl you were saying?
Yeah, so then I go into her house. I'm like, oh yeah, give me the tour. And, her 3 roommates are sitting on the couch or whatever. And she opens the first door. And I'm like, oh, this is a nice, like, walk-in closet. And she's like, this is my room. And I look down, and there's just a mattress on the ground. And no fitted sheet, just like a flat sheet over the mattress. I could literally go like this and touch both of the walls at the same time.
No way.
And then this is the craziest part. We started watching Hulu. Do you know Hulu?
Hulu, yes, the black and green.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
On her laptop because she didn't have a TV. And she had Hulu with advertisements.
No way.
And I was like, you were on a private jet yesterday?
Oh
you have Hulu with ads? What the fuck? It was so crazy. It was my first experience with like, yeah, Instagram is not the same as reality.
You're famous, but you're not what you show.
Yeah. And she had like 1 million+ followers, but just like TikTok is just like notoriously difficult to monetize unless you have like a ton of engagement on like each post you do.
Yeah. Maybe being famous helps you because as you're famous, you can sell something.
Yeah, I mean, but you also have to learn how to sell something.
Yeah.
Some people, they get all these views because they do like prank videos, and then they try to sell like t-shirts, and like it's like nobody really wants your t-shirt,
Yeah.
I think for a musician it makes more sense because you have your music and you could tour dates and you could there's things you can actually sell.
Definitely. When you're just performing, you can bring your merchandise and you can sell it, and if you have fans, or friends, even friends that like your stuff, they're gonna buy it.
Do you enjoy performing more, or do you enjoy the writing process or the studio process, the singing?
My favorite is the studio process because in the studio you can write, you can sing, but you can also sell your music. You don't really need to be on the stage, no? I thank you for this question because they asked me this question a few years ago, and I was like, of course, both. Like, I love to be on the stage and I love to be on the studio. And since I'm here in Los Angeles, I start to perform more on the live. And I like it. But when I enter in a studio, like, it's like, wow.
I see.
This is my favorite.
This
can
is
live
your
here.
home. You feel at home. It's interesting. So I play piano.
Oh, nice.
And
Beautiful.
when I was in Nashville, I grew up in Wisconsin. I moved to Nashville. It was my dream to like be in a band and like play and whatever. So I ended up joining this band. We weren't super successful, but we would tour around like Nashville, Kentucky, like the kind of southern area down there. Mm-hmm. And I was so excited for the tour. I was like, this is my dream. It's finally happening. And we start going on tour. And like, I remember after like 3 or 4 dates, I was like, this isn't for me.
No.
It's just like living out of a suitcase, out of hotel rooms. Then even on stage, like I was the keyboard player. It's like, nobody really pays attention. Like everybody's paying attention to the
singer. You're not the drummer.
Yeah, like the songs, it's like most of the songs you play on keyboard, it's not really challenging. It's not like you're playing like classical piano. So like everything's like pretty easy. It's just like, here's the same 4 chords over and over. And after that tour, I was like, yeah, this actually isn't what I want to do. I'm actually not enjoying this at all.
Yes.
So it's interesting.
I feel you. Mm-hmm. I mean, yes, it's okay.
But it got me a lot of girls, and that was fun.
For sure. I can bet. Why?
But now I'm very shy and romantic, so I don't care about that kind of stuff. No. But back in the day.
Yeah. And now, are you still popular?
I mean, in a different way, but yeah.
Okay.
I do all right for myself.
Nice.
Yeah. How old are you, by the way? You're very confusing.
I'm 20.
20. Interesting.
From a long time.
For a long time. Because you seem to have a very mature personality.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
But you do look very young.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Well, my mom, she's African.
Yeah, you got the genetics.
Yeah.
Us white people, it's all over after 30. We just go downhill like the flag.
I mean, you can just use sunscreen.
Yeah, sunscreen only does so much.
A lot. No. Yes. I used to be an esthetician, a beautician.
Esthetician, yeah.
Yes. So it's very important. You can arrive at 70s, like my dad, he's 70, and he's like, hey, Linda, do you have a cream for my face? Because I see, I'm getting older. And I'm like, you should think about that before, not now.
Yeah. Well, that's the funny thing is like growing up in Wisconsin, like no dude in Wisconsin has like a skincare routine. Mm-hmm. It's just like, it's Wisconsin. They're like, yeah, just fucking like, just go in the sun. Like, what, you put on lotion like a pussy? Like, it's kind of that mindset. And the movie, I was like, man, I really wish I would have done a lot of shit when I was younger.
Same.
But like I started probably when I was like 30, which is like still relatively young. It's not too bad. And like as a guy, like as long as you're like rich and funny, it doesn't really matter how you look, So it's kind of like, who cares?
Well, you're more, could be.
Could be.
But as I told you, like for me, the beauty is not the main thing.
Most girls, I think, are like that. Once they get past their hot guy phase, they kind of go more for personality, confidence, ambition, things like that. Yeah.
For sure. But
that's why I'm so glad I'm a dude. We get older, we just keep getting better. It's just easier.
It's true. Yeah. It's true. This is true.
But your guys' life is easier from like 18 to like 30-ish. Mm-hmm. Depending how well you take care of yourself, maybe more. Mm-hmm. Pretty privilege is the most powerful force in the universe. It's just like insane, the lifestyle that you guys can live when you're young and hot. Whereas like I have white male privilege, which is like pretty high, and I'm a Pisces, so it's like even higher. Mm-hmm. But the only thing that beats me is like pretty privilege.
Okay.
You're like, I agree. All right, Afro Goldie, we are about out of time. I got a couple rapid fire questions for you.
Yes.
Favorite food?
My favorite food, I love barbecue ribs.
Really? Interesting. So most people in LA are like sushi or Italian. You're like from Italy. You're like barbecue ribs, American hamburgers.
Oh my gosh. Well, I eat the best barbecue ribs in the world are in Amsterdam.
No way.
Yes.
Better than the South? Have you been to the South?
No.
I don't know if I haven't been to Amsterdam, so I don't know, but
okay.
We'll see.
I'm gonna text you when gonna go to the South, and when you're gonna go to Amsterdam, you're gonna text me. And
I'll let you know.
Okay. And barbecue ribs, but I also, because I like both, like fish and meat. So I love, in Italian is capesante. You call it, is the shell with a big
Oysters.
No.
Clams.
No.
Um,
Scallops.
Lobster. Scallops.
Yeah.
Scallops. Gotcha.
Scallops. Yes.
Interesting.
What is your favorite food?
I'm a big sushi fan.
Sushi.
In terms of pure just taste, honestly, like hamburgers.
Okay.
But hamburgers, like I eat it and I feel tired and heavy.
Yeah.
Sushi is like good and then I feel good afterwards.
But then you still have hunger. You still wanna eat, no?
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Kind of. It's a hit or miss.
Where is the best place to eat a hamburger here in Los Angeles?
Let's see. Ooh, the best burger. Harlow has really good burgers.
Harlow?
Yeah. Or the sliders at Belmont are really good. They have like the mini hamburgers, like the cheeseburger sliders.
Nice. Oh, okay.
Good. There's probably better places. I'd have to think more.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna write it down.
Favorite first date spot or activity?
Favorite?
Yeah. First date spot or activity.
Well, I love experiences. So if you bring me somewhere where I never been, or
like Disneyland or something.
Yes, it's gonna be fun. Yes, for sure. I'm gonna love it. Yeah. Something that we can, somewhere where we don't have to talk too much, but we can still enjoy ourselves. Like not a movie theater because we will not talk for the whole time. A dinner is the classic, right? So dinner is always fun, but is normal, traditional.
I like drinks for the first date because it's less pressure, it's easier. And then I like dinner for the second date where it's like, because if you do dinner on the first date and then you end up not liking the person or you just don't click and then you're just stuck there for like hour and a half and you're just like, oh, man,
they call me from home. I have to go.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Family emergency.
Exactly. Yeah, or it could be like a zoo.
Zoo?
You go see animals.
I guess.
So you
I've
can.
never been to the zoo.
Really?
Maybe.
Okay, so you see, it's cool. You just commenting of the animals. You do something new, and then you go home. Yeah, and if it goes good, you have the dinner. Like the best appointment that I had is when you think that you're gonna stay out for 1 hour, and then you end up to stay together the whole day, and you're like, cool.
All right, well, this has been fun. Where can people find you if they want to reach out or connect with your music?
Yes, so my name is Afro Goldie. You can find me on Spotify, Apple Music, Instagram, of course, SoundCloud, YouTube.
All the places.
All the places, yes.
Awesome. Well,
I have some new stuff that is coming, so stay tuned.
Awesome. Well, this has been fun. We'll have to do round 2 sometime.
Thank you, Zach.
Thanks for listening.